Did you ever see Blade Runner?
What are you? You go first.
I can't get into it.
I don't like it.
And there are people who are like, it's a masterpiece.
Everybody seems to think it, especially film guys.
And to get to the positive points now, let's get it over with. I own it. I'm not a fan of the movie, but
you gave them money.
But I gave them money.
You donated. That's nice.
The extended special edition or whatever.
They have like 50 different
versions. And it's just, it looks good.
It looks
shot
brilliant.
well.
It's shot beautifully.
It for that time,
tonally consistent. It
looked great.
It looks amazing.
It's
not even for that time. What the are you talking about? It looks better than any bullshit made today.
Yeah,
100%.
But like, it's so boring.
It sucks my whole out of my ass.
It's almost
and spits it back in my mouth.
Here's my metaphor.
Okay.
It's like when you meet that hot chick or dude, and you're dude.
I'm gay.
Yes. It's when you meet that, like, oh man, she or he is perfect, and then it's like you got to talk to me like, never.
They're a moron.
Yeah.
They're they're the dumbest person I've ever met. They suck. Exactly. They're boring. They're boring.
Yeah.
They're boring. I could not agree more. Ever since I got super into film about the same time I got super into punk rock, so like 13, 14. And I started watching the classics. Boondock Saints. No, I'm kidding.
That's another I hate. That I did, not gonna lie, liked when it came, when I watched it in high school.
You're a classic recovering douchebag.
Yeah.
And I hope me too. But I was also pretentious douchebag. That's the difference between you and me. I started out hating Boondock Saints. Because I was like, I have, my family's from Boston. So I'm looking at that movie and I'm like, this is not shot in Boston. This doesn't know shit about
shot in
Boston.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no, it looks like the suburbs of Atlanta or something.
Yeah.
It just does not look like.
Oh, I love when there's movies that's like supposed to be in Atlanta. And it's like, that's Vancouver.
Oh, 100%. Well, hold on. That's rarely the
Toronto.
case. No.
But no, because there's water.
Everything is shot in Atlanta.
Now, but I'm talking like...
Back in the day?
Yeah, they're like, just do Dallas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Okay, but... the first movie people tell you about when you're getting into movies, you gotta see Blade Runner. Mm-hmm. You know? It's like up there with like, you know, you gotta see 12 Angry Men, or you gotta see...
And the director, Ridley Scott, is...
Ridley Scott's one of my favorite directors of all time.
Me too. Top five.
Top five, exactly. I love that dude. I love him so much.
Alien.
Gladiator. Right? Even Thelma and Louise. I just think he's like...
I always forget that was Ridley Scott.
Yeah, and I know you don't like it because, you know, girl power.
Women being uppity, I don't like it.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I don't get it, but I get that I don't. That's what makes us allies.
It does.
You know? But no, look, I love Harrison Ford. Started off as a carpenter.
Yeah.
You know who else did?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait, that doesn't... Yeah, I guess he did start off as a carpenter. And
Jesus?
Then
well, no, he started off as a baby in a manger, but who built the manger? Baby Jesus. He built that, and then he was born
built the
under...
manger.
No, he was born like in the desert sands or whatever is out there, and then he was like, this could be nicer. And he built a manger. Get that donkey over here. Hey, get that jackass, and oh, by the way,
the little
bring
drummer
the donkey
boy
over. You know, because he was talking about his stepfather, Joseph.
Yeah. Just like that guy like raised you.
Could you imagine? Is Joseph
being a really good stepfather and like your stepson's like, well, my dad is dead and runs everything, who also and my mother and left and didn't really, and then it's like, hey, when you turn 30, you gotta die.
No, when you turn 33.
Okay.
Your dad's a minister.
How
do you not know
what's
this?
No, it is funny. I grew up in like the usual Southern Christian like thing.
Yeah.
My dad was a minister. My mother was a minister wife. I cannot, like, maybe I can
You're
do.
the son of a preacher man, literally.
I can literally, I can maybe do John 3:16.
That's from wrestling, you You just don't know any of it.
Austin 3:16.
You don't know about his moment of doubt in the Garden of Gethsemane?
I mean, no, I know some stories. I know Noah's Ark, which is stupid.
I mean, okay, all right, Bill Maher.
I'm not okay.
Okay. Maybe you're stupid. Maybe you're wrong and I'm right.
Yeah.
Okay. Not even maybe. Definitely.
I thought I had the N-word card.
That's like 10 years ago.
I know, but he didn't,
And he did not have the N-word card. He still doesn't.
no, he shouldn't. No one.
Sadly, none of us have the N-word card.
I don't want it.
You shouldn't, goddammit. Yeah, but that's my problem with Blade Runner.
Boring.
It's boring as It's look, I respect it. It's one of those things. Like I respect it.
Yeah, but I respect a lot of people I don't like. It's that thing of like you respect something you don't really like.
Or that's boring to you.
Yeah.
Like I respect the Department of Transportation. They keep the roads. They should
Somewhat.
They should do a better job, but they
Hey.
keep the roads going, and I respect that. I don't want to. Wait, I'm going to follow their Twitter account. You should hey, we did a thing on a road in Montana. That's nice, great, right? But I respect it.
We passed a pothole.
So that's how I feel about Blade Runner. Is like, I mean, the opening shot is a masterpiece. Like the movie looks amazing. I love Ridley Scott. But this is one of those movies of his where I'm just like, I have tried this movie 5 separate times. Tried it at like 15, tried it at 18, 25, 30, 35. And I just, at this point, I have to admit, it's just not doing it for me, man.
No.
It's one of those movies. And I don't have like a great argument against it.
One of your favorite directors will have a movie you don't like. I love Scorsese. I don't like Shutter Island, or the Irishman.
But like, you know, the only people walking around talking about how great Shutter Island are the same people who are like Boondock Saints is a masterpiece.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's for dip. All right. What I'm saying is this is considered by a lot of people to be his masterpiece. So it'd be like if you saw Taxi Driver and you were like, this sucks. Or Goodfellas and you're like, this sucks. Or if you saw Pulp Fiction and you're like, this sucks. You know? Have you ever seen Pulp Fiction, by the way?
Yes, I've seen Pulp Fiction.
Do you like Pulp Fiction?
I like Pulp Fiction.
You like it?
I like it a lot more than Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, sure.
No, I love Pulp Fiction because I like that how it's a bunch of different characters. Like,
Yeah, I like that it's like stories and stuff.
Well, I like how
about
there's a bunch of different stories.
people and stuff.
The Simpsons mocked it.
The what?
The Simpsons,
Did what?
they did a parody of it.
Okay. You said monked it.
I meant to say mocked.
How many oat sodas have you had at this
I
point?
don't know.
Yeah. And that's what I love about
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. The movie sucks. I'm serious. Like I just don't like it.
It's just boring.
But I wish I had a better argument.
Well, it's one of those things when someone's like, it's art. I'm like, you can go to a museum.
No, hold on. There's plenty of art that just isn't for you.
Yeah.
And I get that. I mean, again, Boondock Saints is art. They wrote a story.
Yeah.
Cast it. I mean, the fucking Willem Dafoe's in it. Willem Dafoe's a badass.
Yeah.
And yet he's a badass who's in a
Shitty movie, yeah.
horrible.
Well, Willem Dafoe's been in a lot of bad movies.
Yeah, man. He
Yeah.
was the bad guy in Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Yes, that's another one. I'm trying to think of like another bad Willem Dafoe.
Oh, I don't know because
Well, there's I mean
they're out there.
Yeah.
Whereas now he's like You know what's so funny is Willem Dafoe is one of those guys that I didn't really like for years. And the reason for that was because I loved Speed as a kid. Okay? My parents were bikers. No, but I loved Speed. It was a masterpiece.
I didn't see Speed 2 Cruise Control until we like.
Oh, I saw it in theaters, and I loved it, and because I was like 9 years old, and my mom was at Target, and I was with her. I bought and read the novelization of Speed 2 Cruise Control. Not kidding.
I love the novelization of movies that weren't books already.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, the first book I ever read and then immediately reread, which only happened a couple times in my life, but the first one I ever did that with was the novelization of Star Wars Episode 1. I almost said Cruise Control. Might as well have. The
Star Wars
Phantom
episode
Menace.
Cruise Control.
Phantom Menace. Read it, loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, I had a few. Oh yeah, I had a novelization of Mortal Kombat in the movie.
We're done.
Okay, I'm gonna go pee. We're not done.
Don't trip on that. Don't trip on that. Stop.